Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Today is Dance Style Music 10. We're going to get right into it, and now I'm dependent so much on everything that was done before, because this is going to be advanced, okay? This is going to be called advanced number 10. So we're not going to, I'm not going to explain practically anything. It's advanced, so when someone takes an advanced class, they already know what they have to do, and they have already followed everything. Okay, a lot of it's going to be what I've been doing now is going over a little bit from last week or the previous class to strengthen it a little bit and to bring it into this next class, which is advanced 10 dance without music conditioning and movement to condition and for your conditioning and your movement. Okay, to condition your movement, to condition your body. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. And I recently worked on a lot of things, so I'm gonna explain as I go along. If I want it like this, you have to do this, or you have to do it this way, I'll explain it to you. Don't worry about it. Okay, so you really have to know how to follow. And if you've been following from the beginning, your eyes will be able to capture better because it has progressed in that area. So that's another thing that you obtain. If you continue to do these lessons, you'll obtain the ability. You can't help but attain the ability to catch certain things like, oh, this has to be done this way. Because in actuality, when I do it, I'm actually communicating it to you also. I don't have to communicate with voice. The advanced classes pretty much communicates with the way I move. And you have to get into you have to be able to understand on your own, oh, this, from these previous lessons, he's been doing this, so I guess I have to do this. And oh, yeah, that's what it has to be done. This has to be done because this has always been like this. That has been done until this, that has to be it because it was always done this way. A logic, an emotional logic or whatever. It's like a relationship, okay? When you get into a relationship, you get to know the person, but their ways and how they do things, and they get to know your ways and how you do things, so that you can live together. Well, this is pretty much the same thing, even just like a course. I got my BA, and a lot of the courses and classes that you take is all dependent upon, after a while, about what you know from the beginning. If you miss a lot of classes, most likely you can't catch up. And a lot of times you can't catch up because you're not getting to know the professor and how he does the classes, or the students, or how the lecture goes. So this is the same thing, only you're dependent on that more, because now you have to now the classes depend on the fact that you have been following along. And now you can't fake it, because if you've been following along, you're able to read the movements that I make. So the ability you can't fake. Usually the classes that I do are dependent on strengthening your abilities of something. And now we're in advance, so you have to strengthen. So you had to have already strengthened a lot of things, and now I'm dependent on you for you to pick up on a lot of things so that you can get your progress. Okay, so now we did all the lecture and everything. We're going to get into balance. And like I said, I'm not worried about the views, because I don't even go back. Now I'm at the point, ever since the last three, I know this is very important. I know it's going to work. So I don't even go back and see the views. My major thing now is to complete this course. And I'm not worried about views right now. Hopefully it'll catch on. I know it's going to catch on. But then I'll be gone. And I don't have to do anything about the class. I don't even have to answer any questions, because they already know that the whole thing is already done. Okay? And maybe I'll still be on YouTube, maybe not. Maybe I'll just be watching. Okay, so anyway, and those of you, maybe most likely you might be in the 12-year program. I'm going to do a little video about that. I don't know if you're doing both of them, but that one has a homework coming up or something that we have to do. So now we're going to get into it. It's going to be mostly on balance, okay? And that's what we're going to... I got to put this light on because it's always on, okay? Okay. This is what we did from last week. Some of it's going to be, but I'm going to use this from last week to do, let me make sure this is working. To use this from last week to to solidify the lessons in this week, okay? We're going to do the slow beat, like I said. And it's the balance. Everything most likely on this one is going to be dealing with the balance. I'm not going to say much about what's happening because your body is supposed to tell you what's happening. And like I said, you have had to already went through all these things already. This is the fast of what? Usually I'm doing the fast now, and of what we just did. I simulated it to where this is the same thing, but only it's in the rhythm. I'm actually rhythm. Okay, so that's one. Keeping this leg up. This one is going to guide the balance of this one. Pretty much going to keep it. Like I said, I don't have to explain too much. I'm going to do that rhythm a little bit more because I just came up with it when I was doing it. And this is pretty much guiding, but you let your body tell you what's going on. And this is the rhythm one. I'm going to do both sides. Another one I want to, because I want to solidify that rhythm beat. So I'm going to do something else as far as the rhythm is concerned. I mean, I got this leg here, but I want to exaggerate the point that the fact that I'm going to keep it on one leg and do the rhythm. Okay, do it in this one. Okay. Okay, and for that one, you could pretty much, if you're understanding what's going on, if you're, when you get to a point, I don't know when, but when you get to a point when you can feel out these lessons, when you get to that point, then you'll know what I'm trying to do. But you have to do it in your body, and you have to see what's happening in your body to tell you, for you to know whether it's right or wrong. Now we're going to do the same balance, and we're going to do like the zombie. Remember, the song comes from actually the Thriller, the format of it. I'm using it to do Dance Without Music. It's just a format. And this will probably be the last one. Okay. So all that is one. I did all slow beats. We're gonna do that again. It looks like the same thing, but it's not. Because it's all together. The zombie, and it goes right into now we're going to do it in the half beats or the fast beats. Okay. Now the rhythm. We'll do that one again. I added them to make sure for emphasis. Sometimes I'll add them because if I feel like I did it wrong, because like I said, I'm doing it along with you. If I feel like I did it not clearly, I'll add something. But the gist of it is that you know the gist of it because if you follow this along all the way. So a lot of responsibility I'm putting it on yourself now, on you. So this one is pretty much like this, and this one is pretty much like that, but that's all to do with the balance. Now, where do we go from here? We did the balance. I would think that that's about it for this week, okay? I don't know exactly what we're going to do next week. This is in advance now. But there's one thing I want to do. There's one thing I want to do to cap this. Because I know it's going to come in later on, okay? See if I can come up with it now. I'm going to do a slow one. You really got to pay attention, okay? And what I'm doing is I want to use the balance and the energy that goes from this one to the next one. Because a lot of times you're going to have to shift like that, okay? In this dance. So I'm going to do that one in a slow one, okay? Now the fast one. And I notice in the fast one, it goes right back to this leg. So you see on the fast one, because it's dealing with two, the slow beat is usually dealing with one. The fast beat is dealing with two, so it's going to it's going to cut everything in half. So that's why I switch on one. One, you can continually to do one, and then you can go one, because it's all one, but this is basically what you're doing. And this one is very important. It has to do with balance, but mostly with the muscles and the energy going up and then going down here. Not just that, but this is the balance. Like I said, a lot of people don't realize, they think it's just balance, but you got to break things up as far as knowledge, okay? So your weight is here, and you just have to deal with your weight in here. And then you deal with your balance in here, okay? So you're actually working two things. And that's something that people don't realize. I know it, and you get it in this course for free for now. Okay? So these are the things that will help you because it's more of a right way of saying things instead of everybody saying it's balance or everybody saying it's gravity or everybody saying that it's a weight. But now we're separating weight from the balance. We're driving the weight with the balance, which being able to balance. So now we're on the second one, like I explained to you. And then we're going to draw on this one since this one is halves. And this is balancing it or driving it. Do that one again. Okay. And now we're going to do the rhythm. Okay. Let's use the rhythm because it's so fast. You can't really do one to see it. So it's going to be something like this. Okay, so start with this one would be, and start with this one would be, okay, do it one more time. And that's it. Okay, and on that one, like I was telling you, you can see it really clearly. You have your, you have weight, but weight turns into energy, okay? Long story, I'm not gonna explain it. You'll feel it in your body once you keep doing this, okay? So, and then I guided it, like drove it by my balance because this controls the balance. So if I'm controlling the balance, that means I can go from this one to this one, but you can't feel it, and that's the problem. When you don't understand what's happening in your body, when you don't listen to your body, it just dullens. You can't hear anything. But with these lessons, Dance with Music, it's going to get you to where you can feel this. And you can do everything better. Even when you walk, when you're at work, whatever you do, your other exercises, your other dances, with this Dance Without Music, to condition your body and movements, with that, it'll help you to see more things and be more relaxed. It helps in so many different ways. It already has helped me because I'm doing it along with you. The talent I have is I can put things together like this because I've been doing it with everything. I said that I've been doing it since I was a kid, but not just that. I've been developing it, so it's not the way I was doing it since I was a kid. It has been developed into something really to where it's more how can I say, it's been developed into something that is precise. Okay, that's the only thing I can say. It's developed into a precise science or whatever. I can't really explain it right now because I'm just doing this at the top of my head because I have other things to do. So I'm working these videos with the time that I have. I have a life. I have a lot of things that I have to do. Okay, I was thinking about somebody else and about who I just met. So anyway, we're going on, and we're going to the next lesson next week. I hope everybody. This is advanced course. I really wouldn't put too much time in it if you never did this before. Go to the beginning of the lessons and then start from there. Thank you very much. I hope you had a good time. I was just getting ready to think. I was saying, like, I hope that it's not getting that many views now, but the people who are viewing it, the people who are doing it right now, will be ahead of the game, and I'm happy for them and thank you. But I'm looking forward to the time when this catches on and everybody, a lot of people will be benefiting from this Dance Without Music. This is advanced. If you're not in advance, go from the beginning. Please go to the beginning because you can, with anything that you do, you can pretty much hurt yourself very badly or a little bit if you start in the wrong direction. I don't do stretches because this is before stretches. This is before everything. When you go to dance class, a lot of times they do stretches. Sometimes the stretches is more complicated than a dance, but this is before you even stretch or anything. So the movements here are it's very mental, I would say. But like I said, this is advanced now, so you really need to go from the beginning. You could hurt yourself just like in anything. If you start at the advanced before you go to the beginning, it's not really good for you. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm talking so much because I'm really enjoying this Dance Without Music. This is advanced 10 to condition your body and now movements. I put that in together, body and movements. And now we went through to where we saw how weight becomes energy if the balance wants it to be, okay? And you'll understand that if you have went all the way through. You can see how your weight now is changing into not just weight, but an energy, okay? Thank you very much. See you next week. Hopefully next week. Maybe it might be 2 weeks. Hopefully next week, though.